just killed Walter. The one thing that I wanted not to happen. And I didn't want anything to happen to that precious thing. And he died in battle. I hate this book. That's not true. I like this book, but I hate this book. Oh, my poor Walter. I love that character so much. Why? Why did it have to be Walter? Why? I mean, again, I liked Jem. He was fine. Why couldn't it have been Jem? Why did it have to be Walter? Why? I'm almost finished.
I can't believe she just did that. She did the thing. The one thing that I did not want to happen, she did. Welcome to another week with author E. Jamie. You are likely, or you have likely, seen the little insert clip that I posted at the beginning here at my reaction to the death of my beloved Walter. From the moment he stepped on the page, I have loved that little boy. And I said that he must be protected at all costs. And Lucy Maud Montgomery, God rest her soul, laughed at me. She laughed at me because she knew this book was coming. I'm still have like a little bit left to go before I finish. But I'm hoping to finish it either today or tomorrow, because I think tomorrow I either want to do my wrap-up for the month of July, or I'm going to do my reaction to Lost Season 4, Episode 5. Depending on, if I finish this today, I will do my wrap-up tomorrow. If I don't finish this today, I will do my wrap-up on Friday and do the reaction tomorrow. So we shall see. But so far, I am loving this book. Again, there are a few little drier bits when they're talking about the gossip of what's going on with like other characters dealing with the war and all that stuff, and I don't really care about like the other characters. I want to stay with Anne and her family, but thankfully the majority of it is that, and it's as the title says, it's about her daughter Rilla, and her growing up, and she has somewhat adopted this semi-abandoned baby named Jim, or she calls him Jims, and is raising him a little bit or like taking care of him, I guess, until the father is like ready to come back and raise him, because I don't remember what happened to the father. I don't know if he's like gone off to the war or something, and I think the father's sister or somebody was like just not really taking care of the baby at all, and like Rilla, who originally does not like children very much, is like moved to take care of this little baby, and now she adores it like it's her own, and I'm just feeling very, very sad for her when she will most likely have to give the baby back. And there's also a little romance brewing between her and Ken Ford, who I believe is the son of, I think her name was Leslie, and I don't remember what the guy's name was, but she was the one who had was in that crappy marriage with that invalid guy, who before he got injured had really like just treated her horribly, but she was trapped in that marriage, and then turns out that the guy who came back wasn't actually her husband, but his was it his twin or something? That subplot in I think it was Anne of Ingleside, I think, was just bananas. But I liked it. And anyway, their son is Ken, who is now in a relationship with our Rilla. And but he, like many of the young men, including Jem, um, have gone to fight in the First World War. And then Walter went with them and was killed. And it feels bad to say, but I loved that boy, so why couldn't somebody else have died? Like, I get that Lucy Maud Montgomery wanted to show that it's not just the other families who like deal with loss and war and all that. Ooh, and this feels horrible to say, but why couldn't it have been Jem? Why couldn't it have been Jem? Why did it have to be my Walter? My Walter, who at first did not even want to go to war. But then he realized that he had to. So, why? Why my beloved Walter? Now, I I never had any negative feelings towards Jem. And I was going to say that now, like every time that I see that character Jem, I'm going to feel a little salty. I have to admit, I'm going to feel a little salty. But I don't think I'm going to have to encounter him for long, because this is the last book of the Anne of Green Gables series, and I'm almost finished it. So, yeah, it's gonna be something to say goodbye to this series that has just helped me so much, sort of mentally. Yeah, it's gonna be something to say goodbye to it. I might insert like another little clip when I do finish the book. I also finished Lindsay Sands' An English Bride in Scotland. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Thoroughly enjoyed it. I don't know if it'll go on my keeper shelf. I think it might. I think it might. Her sister Kate. Wow! That was one. The cheese has slid off that bitch's cracker. Wow. She was banana sandwich. Banana sandwich crazy. And that's all I'm going to say about that, because I don't want to I don't want to spoil. But yeah, Annabelle and Ross, I loved their relationship. I loved their relationship and how grateful he was that that harpy Kate had run off with that poor poor idiot Grant. Oh, poor Grant. I shouldn't laugh, because what happens to him is not funny. It's not, really not. But just the fact that Ross is like so happy that he ends up with Annabelle and not with Kate, um, and just his relationship between the two of them, Ross and Annabelle, I loved it. It was so lovely, and I just loved sort of Annabelle as a character. And yeah, the more like I think about it, like, yeah, I think this is gonna go on my keeper shelf. I thoroughly enjoyed this book. I'm gonna talk about it more when I do my wrap up. So that might be spoilery. I haven't decided yet. I sadly I DNF'd one of the classics in Romancelandia, and it's Judith McNaught's Whitney, My Love. Now, this apparently is an updated version, but the fact that even in this updated version, she didn't remove this bit, and no. And it wasn't, because I didn't get far enough to know if there was any, like, dubious consent or, like, any problematic elements or whatever. I think it's in the first or the second chapter. The heroine, what is her name? Whitney? Well, Whitney, yeah, Whitney, my love. Whitney is talking to her aunt, and Whitney is like this hellion, and she's not like other girls, and she, you know, bucks the rules, and she is like doing everything that she can to impress this guy Paul, who is just not that into her because she's basically a child, and she has this cute huge crush on him, so she keeps trying to do these things to impress him. And she's talking to her aunt, and she says that maybe if I were like other women who how did she word it? I want it like, because it was just awful. I think I only got to like the second chapter. Because her father is like, "Oh, I can't deal with you anymore. You're going to go live with your aunt." But oh yes. Yes, yes, yes. Here we are. Okay. I'm just going to read the scene to you. Hang on. So her aunt comes upon her and she's reading a book. "Is that a romantic novel?" "No, aunt," Whitney demurely uttered, carefully placing her hand over the title of the book to conceal it from her aunt's eyes. "I'm told most young ladies adore romantic novels." "Yes, aunt," Whitney agreed politely. "I read one once, but I didn't like it," Anne remarked, her mind groping for some other topic that might draw Whitney into the conversation. "I cannot abide a heroine who is too perfect, nor one who is forever swooning." Fair. Fair. Whitney was so astonished to discover that she wasn't the only female in all of England who didn't devour the insipid things that she instantly forgot her resolution to speak only in monosyllables. "And when the heroines aren't swooning," she added, her entire face lighting up with laughter, "they are lying about with hartshorn bottles up their nostrils, moping and pining away for some faint-hearted gentleman who hasn't the gumption to offer for them. Hello? Just a moment. She has spent the entire first chapter chasing after this Paul, who is not interested in her. Who hasn't the gumption to offer to them, or else has already offered for some other unworthy female. I could never just lie there doing nothing, knowing the man I loved was falling in love with a horrid person." Whitney darted a glance at her aunt to see if she was shocked, but her aunt was regarding her with an unexplainable smile looking at the corners of her eyes. "Aunt Anne, could you actually care for a man who dropped to his knees and said, 'Oh, Clarabelle, your lips are the petals of a red rose and your eyes are two stars from the heavens'?" With a derisive snort, Whitney finished, "That is where I would have leapt for the hartshorn." "And so would I," Anne said, laughing. "What do you read, then, if not atrocious romantic novels?" And that's where I DNF'd it. Because dissing romantic novels when you are a romantic novel? No. 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 So I didn't even get far enough to know about like the problematic elements or whatever. You updated this book and you didn't take that part out in the re-editing process of this book, in which was re-edited in first published in 1985, republished in 1999. You didn't think, oh, maybe I shouldn't insult the industry and readers that I'm trying to reach with my own book? Fuck you! Fuck you, Judith McNaught. I don't care if this is a classic. I don't care if she is, or I don't, is she still with us or has she passed away? I don't know. If she is or was this paragon icon of romance novels, the fact that she's dissing her own genre, goodbye. No. Fuck you. Can't stand that. No. So, I'm kind of glad that I saved myself, because I was gonna do like the way that I did with Shayna, a whole like vlog, uh, reading that book. But thankfully, I saved myself some time, and so now I have started not a romance novel, definitely. I have started reading The German Midwife. That is my take to work book by Mandy Robotham. And it is about let me read the, well, I can sort of tell you. I don't know if I should read the backblurb or just kind of tell you. Anke? Anke? I'm not sure how to pronounce that. But, this is during World War II, and she's in the camps. She's in Auschwitz. I think she's in Auschwitz, or one of the, I don't remember. But she's in the camps, and she basically acts as a midwife to any prisoners there who happen to be pregnant. And the horrific part of it is that all the prisoners who give birth, their babies are taken from them and murdered. So she helps them give birth only for their babies to die anyway. And that's just horrific and atrocious. And so much so that when I first previewed this book, I always like read like the first chapter, the first 10 pages, what have you. And then I was like, yes, I definitely want to read this. When I picked it up again, a lot of the times I'll go back and read, because it's been so long since it's been on my TBR that I don't remember. But I remember what happens in the beginning, first chapter or so of this book. And I didn't want to go back and reread that. It was just too horrible. So it was like, I remembered what happened, so I just continued from where I left off. And yeah, so she's a midwife, and she has now been summoned by one of the Nazi officers to go and help a mysterious woman. She doesn't know who she's there to help yet, but the back blurb, like, it's not a spoiler to tell you, because the back blurb tells you that it's actually Eva Braun, who is Hitler's. She wasn't his wife. I don't think they got married. I think they were only in a relationship together, Eva Braun and Hitler. And Eva Braun is pregnant. So she has been summoned to Hitler's house, or wherever Eva Braun is living, to help birth Hitler's baby. And it says that she's basically got a choice to make if she is somehow going to do her duty and like help, an innocent baby, or is she going to maybe make something happen where the baby doesn't survive? And it sort of goes back to that belief that, like, if you had the chance to go back and kill Hitler as a baby, would you? Because this is going with the belief that all babies are born innocent. Are they? Or do they already have the mental that kind of makes them turn into megalomaniacal mass murderers? Are they born with that? Or is it something that develops later on in life? So she's gonna have to face sort of like that choice. And so that's sort of where this book is headed. And right now, she has been taken to this house. She still does not know who she's there to help, but she knows that it's somebody important. It's somebody connected with the Nazi Party. And she is being treated very well, considering that before that, she had been starved and dealt with illness and just was living in squalor and just horrific conditions in the camps. So I am about almost 40 pages in, page 38 right now. Very much liking it so far. We shall see how it goes. So where is, yeah, and then my classic is still Rilla. And so those are the reading updates. I went on my walk today. I kind of did that backwards because I usually start with like my walk and like the stuff that I got my walk, but I had to talk about Walter. I had to get that off my chest. Yeah, so went on my walk and picked up an amazing DVD haul. An amazing DVD haul. Because I went to BMV, which is a book, music, and video or DVD store. And so now that like July has passed and all like my like book coupons and all that stuff is done, I'm back to sort of like the book bang ban sort of continues because I need to get these piles down, y'all. I need to get these piles down. I'm back to like just, you know, like one book and one classic. So today I just got one book and a magazine, but I'll show you that in a second. First, I need to show you what I got at work yesterday. Give me 1 second. So yesterday, at work, I got yep, the whole series. The whole series was at my work. So that means that I could use my employee discount. So I got it for half price. It was on the shelf for $30, which is already banana sandwich, because if you go on Amazon and crap to try and get the entire series, they're like over $100. Over $100. I got it. It was on the shelf for $30. I got it for $15. $15! Y'all, I have always loved this show. I haven't seen it in like the longest time, so I'm debating if I'm gonna be, maybe I'll do reactions for it or sort of like rewatching that. Like, I think that might be like a fun rewatch slash reaction thing to do, because I know that like a lot of people have seen Little House on the Prairie. Maybe not like this generation, but a lot of is my generation. I think my generation is Gen X. If you grew up in like the 80s and the 80s and 90s and that, if you're born in the 70s, um, I think you're Gen X. The letters confuse me, but a lot of like my generation of people would like know this show. Um, so I think it might be a fun sort of rewatch because I remember a lot, but there would be like certain points and things that I don't remember. So, if you'd be interested in like that kind of thing, let me know in sort of in the comments if you'd like to see a sort of rewatch um, slash reaction videos for the series. So, got that yesterday. Was so excited. So happy. And then today, I went to BMV and I got an amazing DVD haul. Amazing. And I got a book and I got a magazine. Now, I'm going to show you the book and the magazine first. And okay, so I got this old movie magazine, which I like collecting sort of these, and I got one from them a long time ago, not that long, a couple months ago, but it's Screen Stories, and so yeah, from do we have a year? 1952. And it says over 21 thrilling stories and features. And yeah, so I'm not sure if it's just sort of like movie news and like movie interviews and stuff, or if there's actual like fiction in here. I haven't opened it yet, but I would love for there to be like actual like short stories or something in here. But we shall see. Yeah, so got that. And I got for $2. I got one book. I got one because I wasn't intending to like actually like go and like buy sort of like any books today, but they had the bargain bins on the outside, and I thought, okay, I'm gonna if I find anything here, it'll be sticking to my one regular book, one classic. But I only found one that I actually like really wanted, and it's Bryce Courtney's The Power of One with its sequel Tandia. Now, I have finally, after so long, finally have the DVD for The Power of One, the movie, which I believe I showed in a previous vlog. And I love that movie. I love that movie so much. And it was the DVD itself was like hard enough to find. The book was I had never seen it. I had never seen the book around anywhere. Again, that one definitely was hard to find as well. So I was very happy to have found this, and I had no idea that the book actually had a sequel, Tandia. So they had two copies of this, and I checked it, and it was actually the second copy was like a smaller paperback, but it was the same price. It was $1.99, which I don't know why. Like, why not make it $1? I would have gotten it if it was $1, because I know The Power of One story. I don't know the sequel, and I imagine maybe I would find the sequel somewhere else at another time. But it was the same price, and it was only one story, so I figure this was the better bargain. It was $1.99, and you get two. You get the Power of One, and you get the sequel. So I picked up that. Very looking forward to reading that one because I absolutely adored the movie. And again, you know how I do here. In terms of book to movie adaptations, I will always, always, always watch the movie first. If you are new here, it is because you can enjoy the movie as its own thing and figure out whether you enjoy it or not. And then if you happen to find the book, that is just an extra bonus, and you will get more of the story that you already know you love fleshed out. Versus the other way, if you read the book and then watch the movie, you are more likely, and I've seen this all the time, to nitpick and bitch about what they changed and what was cut out and blah blah blah, and you just go on reams and reams of like blog postings about like why the book is better and blah blah blah, and like maybe the book is better, sometimes not. So I always say watch the movie first because you are less likely to complain when you finally do read the book. So watch the movie, loved it. Now I am quite looking forward to reading this. And so let me put that there. My DVDs, y'all. My DVD hauls. I was very much looking forward to the release of Ugly Betty, the TV show, on Netflix. Except, guess what? While Netflix USA might have it, Netflix Canada does not. I don't know if they're going to get it later or what, but I checked. I believe it's already available on Netflix USA. So I checked Netflix Canada, and it's not there. So I deliberately went with the intention of trying to find at least the first season of Ugly Betty. And then I will, purchase the other seasons like later on. Because I remember really enjoying the show Ugly Betty, but I've never seen the whole thing. I remember like little like bits and pieces and characters, but I know that I didn't see the end. I've seen like the sort of the last scene or something between like Betty and Daniel, and that's because that was sort of like shared on social media. It's kind of like everywhere. So, and I've always wanted to sort of go back and watch sort of the whole show. So I was very happy that I found the first season. The first season. And yeah, there's like special features and stuff, and like commentaries, and I didn't know Caleb Nichol and like Charles Widmore, Lost, and The OC was in this. I don't remember him being in it. But yeah, I remember Betty's dad and Betty's sister and Betty's brother. I remember Vanessa Williams and I don't remember what his name was. Vanessa Williams' sort of friend / henchman, who they were sort of like Betty's kind of like enemy, kind of, but not really, like frenemy, but like not really. And yeah, so I remember loving the bits and pieces that I had seen over the years of this show. So now I'm very excited to watch the whole thing in its entirety. So I think I'm going to start this today because I don't think I can help myself. I really, really want to start watching this today, even though I still have a few DVDs from the library that I need to watch and give back. So I'm going to try and restrain myself to maybe like today I'll watch this tomorrow I'll watch, like, or maybe I'll, no, okay, this is what I'll do. I'll watch one DVD that I have from the library, and then for the rest of the day, I'll watch this. Yeah, that's what I'll do. That's what I'll do. Um, because I'm very much a delayed gratification girl. Like, for example, this is just, if you want to know what I'm like, this is me. Okay. I have this bag of Jolly Rancher hard candy. My favorite flavor is grape. I will start with my least favorite flavors until I only have grape left. I will not eat grape first. I will start with I started with watermelon. Again, I like all of them, but we're talking about in terms of tiers. I started with watermelon, and now so I ate like all the watermelons over the past couple of days, and now I'm doing the green apple, and then it's gonna be, I think, cherry, and then blue raspberry, and then finally it'll be grape. This is how my brain works. I don't know if I'm the only person who does this, but same things with like books and stuff. I will like wait till I get home to start like going through a magazine or like reading a book or like opening a package. If I got like like if I'm there like and somebody gives me a present, then I'll open it there to for so that I can open it while the person is there and thank them. But I am a delayed gratification person. I don't know what that says about me or what that means, but yeah. So yeah, I will watch a library DVD first, and then I will continue, and then I will start Ugly Betty for the rest of the day and watch a few episodes. So yeah. Then I also got My Fair Lady with Audrey Hepburn and Rex Harrison. And again, it's a 2-disc DVD. It's got the movie, and it's got the second disc is special features. And I love Audrey Hepburn, but I don't sort of love the quintessential Audrey Hepburn movie that everybody talks about and that everybody loves when they talk about Audrey Hepburn. They usually talk about Breakfast at Tiffany's. I did not like that movie. I didn't like, again, I love Audrey Hepburn, but I didn't like her in that movie. I thought her performance was just the character was just too manic pixie, like to the extreme, and just, I don't know, her character didn't feel real to me. Her character didn't, like, I don't know, I didn't enjoy the experience of her character. Roman Holiday, I adored. I absolutely adored, because her character was like grounded and just like real, and just her performance was like genuine and not over the top, and just I absolutely loved that movie. So we shall see My Fair Lady. We'll see how that goes. I also want to watch Sabrina. I vaguely remember the remake with Julia Ormond, and I think it was Greg Kinnear and Harrison Ford. I remember seeing little bits of that one. I hadn't seen like the whole thing, but I really want to watch the original with Audrey Hepburn Is it Clark Gable? And I don't remember who the second guy is. Billy Wilder? William Holden? Something. I think that's the cast. But, yeah. I can, like, Google that. But, yeah, we shall see how My Fair Lady goes. And then... you can sing the song in your head by Sam Smith. That's not the movie that I was supposed to be holding up. That's the movie that I was supposed to be holding up. The Unholy. I have wanted to see this movie ever since I saw the trailer because it was with Papa Winchester. I'm not calling him that Walking Dead character. I hate that Walking Dead character. I haven't even started watching Walking Dead, but I hate that character already because I know that one scene that he does where he kills those people. The tall ginger dude from Band of Brothers, whose wife is obsessed with Sam Heughan, and Glenn, I think his name is Glenn. I saw that scene, and I was determined that I was not going to watch The Walking Dead because of that scene. That scene was too much for me. But my sister really wants me to watch it, and I really want to watch it now because of, like, the way that she talks about it. So I'm going to be watching it. I think I am likely going to be covering my eyes and ears when we get to that point because I cannot see that again. I cannot see that moment again. But we shall see how that happens. But I knew that Papa Winchester and Diogo Morgado, who is a fantastic Portuguese actor who was in the Bible miniseries and he played Jesus, Hot Jesus, he was nicknamed. And I think Diogo Morgado plays a priest in this movie. And his Papa Winchester is in this movie. So it was the two of them together, and I wanted to see that movie ever since the trailer came out, but I didn't get to. And it's, let me just read you the back, because this is totally, if you have been on this channel for any amount of time, you will know that this is right up my alley. The Unholy follows a hearing-impaired girl who is visited by the Virgin Mary and can suddenly hear, speak, and heal the sick. As people flock to witness her miracles, horrific events unfold. So all of y'all who have been on this channel are like, of course. Of course you would want to see this movie. And of course I do. I will be reacting to this movie. So I will have to, again, see, I am a delayed gratification girl. I really want to watch this movie, but I can wait because I want to react to it. So this will, I have the movie pick already from July that I hadn't uploaded yet because technical difficulties. It was taking me forever to upload this reaction, but I think it is finally ready, and it should go up in the next couple of days, and it's the Cape Fear, the 1962 version with Gregory Peck and Robert Mitchum. I have been trying to upload that movie reaction to Patreon for over a week now. I wanted to get it in before the end of July because I wanted that to be July's movie. Didn't happen. So it's going to go up in the next, hopefully, day or so. And then this will likely happen towards the end of August because I want it to technically be my August movie. Because Cape Fear is technically my July movie, but technical difficulties made me push it to August. So, yeah, very much looking forward to that. And I got another Scary, which is The Haunting in Connecticut. And I believe that this is a movie version. Yes, because it's Virginia Madsen. and it's basically like one of those like an American Haunting in this, and like this like it's kind of like the Haunting series kind of, and then they take like specific cases from that, and then they make movies out of them. One of my favorites that I have on my keeper shelf is An American Haunting with James Darcy and Sissy Spacek, and Donald Sutherland. Fantastic movie. Oh my god, that movie's amazing. And so I'm very much looking forward to this one. I've heard people talk about this one, and I have heard very good things about this. So, um, might do a reaction to this one. Might just watch it on my own time and enjoy. Um, and finally, this is my second. Like I enjoyed all the purchases that I made today and yesterday, but is it season 1? No. Is it season 2? No. Is it season 3? No. Is it season 4? I believe there was only 4 seasons. No. It is the entire series. The entire series. Now, I don't remember. I don't know if this will have it ran for 3 years, 1987 to 1990. I don't know if the last season, if they include that sort of in it as like part of the series because of a different actress coming onto the show. Not a different actress playing Catherine, but just a different actress coming on the show because of something that happens. I don't know if I want to spoil it for those of you who haven't seen it, although it's been like 40 years or something now, 30 years or something now. But I don't know if they included that, or is this whole thing just the story of just the two of them. I I don't know if I'll react to this because like it would be so fun to do reactions for all these, but time. Your girl, time with like what I'm already reacting to. If you don't know, on my reaction channels and on Patreon, we are reacting to a Turkish drama, Hershey's Chocolate Kisses. That is not the name of the show. I cannot pronounce the name of the show because I'm an ignorant Canadian girl, but it's Hercai. We are reacting to Supernatural. We are up to season 12. We are reacting to Outlander. We are almost finished season 6. And we are reacting to Lost. We have started doing reactions for Lost from season 4 onward. I'm about to watch episode 5 of season 4. Yeah, so we're doing that. We're doing Turkish drama, Outlander, Supernatural, Lost. So I don't know if I want to add like another show to react to, or if I want to just watch this on my own time. I don't know. Again, if you would like to watch me react to Beauty and the Beast, the original series, let me know. And if there's enough people who would like to see that, then maybe I will. But for now, we're just planning to not. Because I have shows also on my shelf that still I want to react to. So we shall kind of see. But that is what I got. The Little House on the Prairie was yesterday, but the rest of it was what I got today. So that was one of the best DVD hauls that I think I've gotten in like a very long time. And I'm talking about like, these aren't like, thank God, these aren't like library hauls. Because I didn't go to the library except to drop some stuff off. So I didn't pick up anything. This was all at the BMV store. Yeah, so For the rest of the day, I'm going to watch something from there. What am I going to watch from there? Let me from my library hall. Let me go get something. So, barring any technical difficulties, I'm going to start Queen Bees today with Ellen Burstyn, James Caan, and Margaret Jane Curtin, Christopher Lloyd, and Loretta Devine. And Ellen Burstyn goes to a retirement community. And so very much looking forward to this. So this is what I'm going to be watching today, along with the first season of Ugly Betty. Cannot wait. Cannot wait. So that's what I'm going to be watching. I'm going to be editing my book haul video for July and getting sort of that ready and cleaning up a bit around here. I have already started moving my books from Amazon whose Kindle Unlimited terms have run out, and I've already started moving them to Draft to Digital, which sort of submits them to a whole bunch of online retailers, including Barnes & Noble, Smashwords, Apple, iBooks, Kobo, and library apps like Overdrive and Hoopla. So right now we have Wanted over there, and we have Capture the Sky over there, which is my World War II set, or right after World War II set historical fiction romance. So that's available there now. So very happy about that. I'm going to have a look-see about which one I want to publish up there next. I think it will probably be An Honorable Passion, which is also a World War II kind of set romance, sort of World War II, a little bit right after kind of thing, historical fiction, because I know that historical fiction is really, World War II set historical fiction is really big right now and having a moment, and I want to sort of capitalize on that. So, yeah, so that's sort of what's going on. And I might do some writing on Good Women, depending on like how long sort of like the other stuff takes. But yeah, so tomorrow I will either be going, I think I will be going to the library, the reference library tomorrow to pick up some more stuff. And yeah, so that's sort of the plan for tomorrow. And might do some more reading because I want to finish. But I don't want to finish Arula of Ingleside today because I want to do my wrap up for either tomorrow or Friday, and also do my reaction for Lost Season 4 Episode 5 either tomorrow or Friday. So yeah, that's going to be it, I think, for this video. This was a fun DVD one. So follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/authorejamie. I'm going to be having mashed potatoes and maybe, I think, beef. One of those beef and gravy concoctions as well for dinner. Lunch. I don't know if I mentioned that, but just wanted to insert that there before we do my little outro of follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/authorejamie. Like my Facebook page at facebook.com/authorejamie. And I will talk to you guys next time. All the links are in the description for all my video reaction stuff, book related stuff. All that's in the description. I will talk to you guys next time. Bye!